Alright, so just leaving the shelter right now. Getting a little late start. It is 9:53 for crying out loud. Woke up at like 7 o'clock. Started raining about 7:30, like really hard rain. And so I was just kind of lazy, I guess. Slow start. Water source here at the shelter, just like literally like drip, drip, drip. Took forever to fill up water bottles and stuff like that. But here it is, 10 o'clock. I'm on my way. Gonna be at Klingman's Dome in a few hours. Shortly after that, I'm Mount Love. I'll hit my 200-mile mark. So, yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so what do you think that means? That's weird. South is that way. North is that way. North is this way, I mean. Gotcha, okay. Alright, let's go. This is on top of Silers Bald. The trail turned in a, I don't know, normal kind of way, I guess, but that rock was just making sure everybody knows that north is this way and south was that way. So we're starting to see the hemlocks getting up in elevation. See more of the conifers. And here is one of the dead ones. I'd imagine fell victim to the, I think it's an aphid that is devastating a lot of the hemlocks up here right now. Another dead one. Another one over there. Alright, so it's 10:38. I'm here at the Double Spring Gap shelter. I'm sure it looks just like all the others that we've seen so far. They have not been very creative with the designs of their shelters here in the Smokies. Yep, exactly the same as any other one. Alright, so it's 10:52. I left the shelter. Forgot what it was called again. Left that shelter about a few minutes ago. Sat and talked to, there was a ranger there. Talked to him for a little bit. And headed to Klingman's. He told me there's a store there at the bottom of the hill next to the parking area, so I can get me a water bottle because if you guys haven't noticed, there's no water bottle here on my shoulder strap, because the first day I left my water bottle at Molly's Ridge shelter. So I'm going to go down to the store and get me a water bottle. It's been hard drinking water. I have to stop, put my filter on my dirty bag, and drink from it. So I'm looking forward to having a water bottle again. Right, let's check this out because this is pretty cool up here. You really get the effect of the rainforest. So let me show you. So here you can really see how we're really moving into a different type of ecosystem here, where we have moss covering everything. The ferns, conifer trees, the hemlocks, and it's just really beautiful up here. This higher elevation. This is what I came to see here. It's all this rainforest type stuff. I used to live in Washington State, and this is the environment. This is what it looked like in the woods. I was just outside of Seattle. This is beautiful. Look at that tree, it's just covered with moss. No, you can't see it, but that's the root ball there. It's fallen over and it's just covered with moss. This tree fallen over, again, just covered with moss. Freaking awesome. Beautiful. You can smell the hemlocks. It smells like a Christmas tree up here. And it just looks like a fairy tale down through here. Can't stop videoing. Big old tree. It's awesome down in here. Alright, you gotta save my battery so I can film at Klingman's Dome. Pull out my solar charger there. Charge it up a little bit. Alright, so there's Klingman's Dome. It is right there. I don't know if this video is picking it up or not. There it is. Klingman's Dome. Try different color shots. See if I can pick it up better. All right. Klingman's Dome, 0.3. So I'm a purist here, guys. I'm gonna hike the trail to the dome. But remember, I gotta go down to the store, Klingman's Dome Road, in the parking area, so I can get a water bottle. But I'm gonna stay on the trail to the dome, and then hike from there down. Might get a little view, a little hazy view. Over here you can't see nothing. Over there you can see a little. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so we're leaving Klingman's. There's Klingman's up there. Stopped and got me a water bottle. It was quite a hike. Okay, so I need to go Doublehead Spring. No, I'm not going that way. I guess the trail is this way. Yeah. Double Spring Gap Shelter is that one shelter I stopped at. Saw a ranger there too. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is the AT. So I went down to the store, got me a water bottle, and it was quite a hike. About a half a mile down, half a mile back. So I hiked back up, ate some, talked to the ranger. Heck of a nice guy. I forgot to mention what time it was when I left Klingman's. It was about 1:15. Still just as beautiful as it can be. Moss and ferns and all these fallen trees. Beautiful. Alright, so I got my water bottle. Okay, nice. So now I can start drinking water on a regular basis again. So I got about 1 mile to go to get to Mount Love, and Mount Love will be my 200-mile mark on the Appalachian Trail. So that'd be cool. So it's going to take me about a half an hour to get there because I go about 2 miles an hour, depending on how tired or not tired I am. So I'm not very tired right now, so about a half an hour. I'm headed to Icewater Springs Shelter. Sorry, that weird reflection you're seeing is I dropped the iPod and broke the screen, so the front-facing camera looks kind of weird now. But I've got about 9-10 more miles, I think, to get to Icewater Springs Shelter, and I'm going to go through Newfound Gap right before I get there. That's at about the 9 mile from here. But yeah, let's get on it. We'll come back when we're on Mount Love at the 200-mile mark. See you. So we got 200 miles here on the Appalachian Trail. This is Mount Love, and 200 miles. Feeling good about it. Just had to take a video of this. Very pretty. This whole rainforest type ecosystem that's in this area. It's one of the main reasons why I came, or was looking forward to coming. So beautiful. So I have this checklist of things I want to do. Seeing a bear, walking through this environment, Klingmans of course, and a 200-mile mark, Standing Bear Farm, eating at the Hiker Diner in Hot Springs, having a big old hamburger, all those things. But none of them compare to walking through this beautiful environment here. By far the best I've seen on the trails yet. Okay, so here's the entrance to Fort Collins Shelter. It's half a mile that way. And then this is the Appalachian Trail, Klingman's Dome back that way we just came. Newfound Gap, 4.5 miles that way. Alright, this is going down to Mount Collins Shelter. And again, it's just that beautiful rainforest, moss-covered look to it. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I think it's oxalis, clover, shamrock. It's actually called oxalis. Beautiful. Blooming right now. Ferns, both sides. Oh, it's moss. Everything just covered in moss. Alright, we'll come back when we get to the shelter. Alright, Fort Collins Shelter, half a mile to get back here. I know it's a long way to get back here, but I'm going to be staying here a pretty good bit for my lunch break, so I think it's worth it. Let's check it out. Bear cables. Had bear cables at all the shelters so far. Hello. Just like all the other shelters, same design. Alright, so it's 5:23. It's gotten extremely dark, and that's because there's weather coming in. Hear rumbling of thunder. I knew it was going to happen. I was told it was going to happen later in the day, and it still may. I mean, it may not come. But it may come earlier than expected. But it's definitely getting dark. Clouds rolling over. And I hear some rolling thunder. There's a front running through. And a cold front. And it's definitely going to be like thunder showers tomorrow. I don't know if they're going to last all day or not, so I got to make a decision tonight when I get to the shelter. So yeah, weather coming in. Alright, so the rain has started. I've taken my shirt off and I put my rain coat on, rain jacket, and I've got the rain kilt that I've made. I've got it on as well. So yeah, gonna hike in the rain for a bit. Got a couple hours still until about 2.5 hours still until I get to the shelter. Alright, let's do it. So we came to this, this is a pig gate, or a hog, I guess you'd say. A hog fence, and keep the hogs contained. And yeah. We got the fence running up that way and a fence running down that way. And walk across here. Yeah. Beech forest exclosure. Alright, so I think I'm at Newfound Gap. There's a big brick structure here, probably holding up the parking lot. I'm just going up and I see a clearing. Still raining. Alright, so it's 6:08 here at Newfound Gap, Tennessee-North Carolina line. Of course, that's no big deal because I've been skirting Tennessee-North Carolina line for quite a while now. Got my rain jacket, my rain skirt, and they're working great. It is still raining. Dark clouds there. Clear skies over here. This is where the park was dedicated, first dedicated. That's for an anniversary plaque. Alright, so this is the plaque commemorating, you know, the park. I don't know, it doesn't have a year on it. Laura Spellman Rockefeller, John D. Rockefeller, I guess, put up the money to buy the land. Sign over there says Gatlinburg 15 miles that way, Cherokee 20 miles that way. Katahdin, Maine, 1972. Yeah. Alright, so it's 6:14, leaving Newfound Gap. Nothing there for me. And I was told this uphill out of Newfound is pretty tough. So it's going to be a difficult last little hour and a half or 2 hours. I don't know how long it's going to take me. It's raining. I don't want to pull my guide out. So I don't know how much longer I got to go. I don't want to get it wet. Here we go. Icewater Spring Shelter on my way. Alright, so this is what it looks like coming out of Newfound Gap. Just a bunch of nice little rock scramble here and there. Of course, it's still raining. It's 6:30. Right, I'm gonna try to get to the shelter as quick as possible, so I don't want to be messing around here. It's getting late. Alright, so here's a trailhead. It's a Sweet Heifer Creek Trail head. It says here Icewater Spring Shelter is 1.3 miles. Alright, so that means I got another 45 minutes, which puts me right at what I figured this morning. I was thinking 7:40, and that's when I'm going to be there, about 7:40, barring any weird terrain that I'm going to have to go over. Alright. So I'll see you when you get there. Oh yeah, by the way, it's still raining. And it's 7 o'clock, still raining. It kind of lightens up and then it gets heavy and then it lightens up and gets heavy. But staying dry. I just hope my backpack is dry. We'll take a look at that when we get to the shelter. Alright, so it's 7:30. Rain has let up a little bit. It's still raining just a little. Just barely. The AT's off that way. I think the shelter is this way. Icewater, yeah. No, it's back that way. 0.2 miles. Icewater Spring Shelter, 0.2 miles. Charles Bunyan, 1.3 miles. I get to see that tomorrow. Can't wait to see that. This is the Boulevard Trail. It goes to the Jump Off Trail and Mount LeConte. Well, we got 0.2 of a mile. So I'll get back with you when we get there. Okay, so it's 7:38. I'm at the shelter. It says it's down this way. Shelter is down this way. Look at that. It says AT and tells you which way, north and south. Shelter's down this way. I hear some people. The alarm that I set, the timer I set at 10 o'clock this morning went off literally like 3 minutes ago. So it's pretty good judgment how far I can go in a day. So this is Icewater Spring Shelter, and I'm sure it's going to look exactly like all the other shelters because all of them do. Hello.
I'm just saying I don't miss Detroit.
Icewater Spring Shelter.